Write what you know. What does that even mean? Does it mean if you're a plumber that all your stories have to be about plumbers? Does it mean if you're a soldier that all your stories have to be gritty war stories or tales about boot camp? If you're bad at coming up with a third example, does it mean all your stories have to be about your struggles with coming up with a third example? I'm going to say no. And maybe I'm going against all the other YouTube writing videos you've watched, but I don't care. I'm a loner, Dottie. I'm a rebel. Being a plumber, a soldier, or even an international spy are just the big things in your book. The big things get people to want to look at your book, but they don't get people to stay with the book until the last page, which is what a writer really wants, right? Now, another bit of lore about me is that I'm a father, and for a long time I raised my 2 daughters pretty much on my own. So if instead of talking about my fixing bugs in computer code, I talked about the day I got laid off, maybe people would find that a bit more interesting. Describing myself sitting in a small office with a woman I had never met talking about how the company was shifting focus and adjusting to the needs of the market. It all is an introduction to letting me know that my life was drastically changing forever. Were the 2 little girls who I had to provide for going to take comfort in the fact that they might not be getting anything for Christmas, but at least the investors were going to be happy? The ice-cold water in my veins as I signed my severance package, the numb, floating feeling that followed me for days afterward, and the constant dread that followed me for the whole next year? Wouldn't all that be more interesting and more relatable? Well, not everyone has been laid off. Not everyone has had to raise 2 daughters as a single dad. But everyone has been afraid, lost, been in moments of helplessness, felt the loss of control over their future, or had the course of their life unexpectedly change in a heartbeat. Now, all the emotions in your story don't have to be heavy and depressing. Yes, Angela's Ashes sold 1 million copies and had a movie made out of it, but so did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And writing what you know comes out in the small moments, and the small moments are what your book really is. And you can do that by writing what you know in the context of your emotion, because I have had those same emotions. Maybe I don't know how to unclog a sewer main, but I do know how a tough job can be really frustrating and can lead you to doing and saying things that you might regret later. But what if something happens in your story and you really don't know it? I have never given birth and I have never nursed a child, so I can't go into all those details and explain all the feelings that a new mother would have in those moments. So I won't write those. However, I can relate to the feeling of love for a newborn child and the fear of the responsibility of parenting, so I can write about those. So that's it. Write what you know, but use what you know about emotions. Emotions that are universal and can be understood by everyone. Use those emotions to create the small moments in your book that are going to keep your readers coming back for more, even if they aren't plumbers.